All right, so good afternoon, evening slash night. I definitely appreciate all of you for coming out. If you don't know me, my name is Don Soleil, and today we just want to support a few ladies from the community that are either pregnant or have small children. And so we had this retreat this weekend just so that they can get away, had learn some things, hear about some people that have been there, done that, and can kind of give them some advice and strategies and ways that might help them to just live a better life and then hopefully help their families as well. So this evening, we pretty much just wanted to make it open to the community, just a chance for us to kind of, for you all to get to meet them for one, and if they have anything to say or that they want to share, they can, or if you have anything that you want to say or share, you can as well. So just to get us started, I'm going to have India just go ahead and say a word of prayer for us.
Good evening. Is it on? Okay. Oh, first of all, I just want to thank you for having me. I thank God for being here. Just my being here came from a place of me finally saying yes to God, to my call, to my purpose, and I'm just overwhelmed, and I'm just filled with awe of how God works. And I count it an honor and a privilege just to be here amongst you beautiful women, you young women who God also has a purpose for. So if we can all just bow our heads. Father God, I just thank you today. God, I thank you for allowing Don Zalay Powell to put this assignment in her spirit and allow her to be obedient to this assignment. God, I just thank you right now for your spirit being in the room, God. I just ask you to let chains be broken. Let healing take place, God.
Thank you, India. Definitely appreciate that. So let's just start with, I guess, first of all, I want to make sure that we kind of all know who each other is. So if I can have the four of you all just stand up real quick. And now I will tell you, they've been a good group, because at first I was like, okay, none of these people know me, and when they come, are they just going to look and stare at us like we don't know really why we're here, we're just here? But they've been very good about talking, asking questions, discussion, sharing, and stuff like that. So that, to me, is kind of what we wanted, kind of those transparency where, you know, put off what you might have to act like in front of somebody else and just be able to have a conversation. So definitely appreciate that. So if you can, and I'll let you all kind of step over one at a time, just your name, and then I guess either how far along you are, or if you already have kids, kind of say what, or anything you want to share, really.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michaela. I am due November 1st with my first child. Yeah, she's a little girl. And yeah, I'm a current student at Tennessee State University.
My name is Aaliyah. I have two boys and then one girl on the way due October 29th.
Hi everyone, my name is Alexis. I already have a little boy who's 4, and now I am 2 months expecting.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tanisha. I have a daughter that's 4 years old.
So today, well, just to give you all kind of an overview of what we've been doing. So Friday night we had dinner, and shout out to Surreal Spice because she provided us with dinner, made that donation. Definitely appreciate her. And then afterwards, Leah, right here, Leah kind of comes just so that, you know, she and Ayana's back here, that's her daughter, did a meal prep class. We called it a show because we had them upstairs. They were on the counter, and you would swear it was RuPaul up there chopping it up. And she made enough. All of y'all could have ate. She made... I said, you was trying to feed the multitude. Like, you fed the 5,000. She brought that much food. It's probably still food trays up there. So, definitely appreciate that. But I think that was fun. Did y'all think that was fun? I mean, just experimenting and talking about different ways that when they leave from here, they can kind of take those skills, and if they want to do meal prep and go ahead and get stuff ready for the week, you know, we're all busy, they can do that. We also gave them some containers to kind of get them started, so if they want to use those, they can. And then after that, it's kind of free time, so we kind of chillaxed around this place. And then this morning, of course, we started with breakfast, and then we did time management. Let's see, we had self-care. I think Tyrene Benjamin did that one. Talisa did finding your purpose. Danielle Henry did financial information, kind of financial wellness. And Paige Turner with Flipper Flop came out to talk about home ownership and buying homes. We then had Eric Evans with 413 Strong, Ed Wisdom with the Wisdom Foundation, Aaron Jordan with Know Your Worth, and then also Ben Roberts. He's a licensed therapist. They all came, and then some of them brought their wives to kind of give the male perspective of how you transition, how your mindset is when you're younger, around their age, versus now, and how they now are able to value women and clearly understand a woman's worth. And, you know, so I just told them, I was like, I want you to say whatever you would want to say to your daughter if that was your daughter. What would you want her to know to put them on game? Like, okay, yeah, it might sound good, but at the end of the day, you got to always remember everything that glitter ain't gold. So I thought that was a really great session. Appreciated that. And then we had the Hope Clinic come out this evening and just share about if stuff does go on, some emergencies pop up or preventative measures and things like that, they're available. And so they talked about how, you know, like literally, if say you meet someone or you know somebody and they find out that they're pregnant, don't know what to do, they'll literally, even if they can't get to them, they'll Uber them to the clinic to talk to them. They'll do the ultrasound for free. They'll really, whatever decisions they make, they're not going to force nothing. They're just going to, you know, try to help them as best they can. And they guarantee that if somebody comes there, they'll take care of them, respect them, and make sure that they leave, you know, feeling like, okay, it's not the end of the world, because it's not. So that's been good so far. And then in the morning, of course, we'll have breakfast again, and then we'll be going down the street to church and then come back and kind of wrap up. So it seems like it's flying by. Like, I can't believe it's already pretty much, because tomorrow morning that'll be quick. So it's going faster than I planned, or that it seemed like it should. But I'm very proud of them. Super smart girls. Like, when you talk to them, or you can tell by some of the questions that they ask, they really have the wheels turning. And it's like, for somebody like me, I was a teen mom, so though I had great parents, I didn't want to talk to my parents about anything like anything whatsoever. I didn't want to talk to them because I thought I was grown and I didn't want to talk about it with them. But if I had somebody that they didn't necessarily have to be my age, but at least enough to know, okay, they cool, they at least kind of get it, I would have loved to have that. And I can remember that even when I was in high school, we did have a small group of the females that were pregnant, and we would meet maybe like once a month or something like that. And I can remember that always just stayed with me. Like, I looked forward to it, because you can already, everybody's like, oh my gosh, she's pregnant, all of this. So at least that was one place to where I could get information and be able to share, and have somebody else that were in either similar situations, so that I didn't feel like, okay, I'm the only one on the planet that's sitting over here that's pregnant. So ever since then, I always had in me, I feel like I either need to go back to the school, or I need to do something for those people that were like me. And so I haven't gone to the schools or anything yet, but at least things like this are able, you know, a way for me to be able to get that part out. So just curious, does anybody want to share anything else, any of your testimony, any of the things that you've been through, any of the things that you learned this weekend, anything that kind of stood out for you? Anybody? And don't try to act like you're shy, because y'all, none of them, don't let them fool you. None of them are shy. No? Yes? All right. Celia.
I've learned to stay persistent. to not give up, to plan, and on that third day, because it's gonna get hard that first and second day, to keep going, to save money, $50, $25, anything, just to get started. And I also learned to love myself and to love myself first.
Perfect. So a lot of the things that we talked about, we talked several times about how a lot of us, little pieces of our lives mirror, but you don't, like when you go places, like if you go to church or you go to work, people don't share none of that stuff. They share, oh, I was the football star. They share the great stuff. They don't share any of those painful moments. So it was good just to be like, oh man, somebody, that was me too, really? You know, that happened, that type of thing, so that you're just kind of able to kind of get that out. Sometimes it's just good, just get it out, and of course, always have discernment with how you do that, where you do that. But again, we just wanted this to kind of be a safe place. Anybody else? Ah.
So this weekend, I did learn a lot about my finances and what I need to do, what I should do. I really learned a lot from the male's perspective. That was like, those guys made me cry, but it was all like, I shouldn't call it a smack in the face, but like it was a reality. It was a wake up call, and I just like felt really involved here. Like it really was a safe place. Like I was really supposed to be here this weekend. And I thank you so much for having us and doing that.
All right. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else?
I think my biggest takeaway from this weekend was just seeing so many women who have similar stories, who have faced so many challenges in their life at similar stages, and then seeing where they are now. I think that was the biggest thing for me, because being in college and then finding out that me and my partner were expecting, it was like people tell you your world, like everything stops. Your education stops. Like people told me I couldn't be in ministry anymore, and that's not the reality of the situation. So many women here continued in ministry, are in ministry now, serving and inspiring, helping and healing women, and so that was just great for me to see. So I think that's my biggest takeaway from this weekend.
She thought she was gonna chill.
This weekend, it really, I learned to bring more into my daughter than what I have been bringing into her. So, I mean, with her being 4, it's a task. It's a lot of work, but the more that I'm working with her, I see the more she's gonna grow up and probably be the woman that I want her to be. She's gonna be like me. She's very outspoken and she loves to talk. Like if you hear my daughter talk, you'll think she been around a lot of educated people, but she really haven't, because I just really like through the parenting classes and the mentors and all the people that have helped me. It really taught me how to just show her what I didn't get like I was supposed to, and not to go through the same stages that I went through. So I had fun this weekend. Thank you. And I thank a lot of y'all for having us and showing us a lot of ropes that a lot of people didn't get to show y'all, that y'all are showing us.
So I definitely want to open it up if anybody has anything that they want to share with them. Like I said, great group of girls. To me, this is just again like a beginning. This is just an opportunity, and a lot of the we've had plenty of volunteers that have been here and since yesterday or came today and have already extended. Hey, after this, if you need to talk, you need to vent, you don't want to talk to mom or you don't want to talk to your friends, we're here. Like, we'll still be here. Not here at this building because we can't pay for Airbnb every day. But we'll be around and we can communicate via phone or meet or whatever we need to do so that sometimes, because I think that's good. I mean, even myself, I have people that literally, when things aren't right, I'm either going to call them or be like, hey, can we do lunch? It's sometimes that's just needed for you to be able to bounce things off and or again get stuff out. You don't have to walk around holding everything, acting like everything honky do. No, sometimes it's not, and that's okay. So if anybody wants to share, please just come on over.
Hello, everyone. Again, I'm Tori. For those I didn't meet, I just got here today. I knew what was going on, but I've been working, and I just came straight from work here, so I haven't personally spoken to any of you. But just like what Donzale said, I will share my phone number with you ladies. I've been through a whole lot, no children, but outside of that, a whole lot that I could share, a listening ear, do anything I can to help you all, if anything. And I just want to say to my friend that I think she's awesome. She's always doing so many great things for people. She's always thinking outside of herself and just trying to help people and reach out, especially to women. We're the same age. And she's just like part of my inspiration too. So I just think you are freaking awesome, and thank you for doing this for them. And I look forward to being able to help with 2, 3, 4, 5, and all that. So,
Thanks. I will say too, real quick. So we're already all here in that. If we were to do this again, or if we have something that their purpose, whatever that is, whatever ends up being, what they're supposed to be doing in life, that they're going to give back, So if it's not here at if we had another one of these, maybe volunteering or leading a class, like literally, there might be something that we talked a lot about, getting more focused on your ultimate goals and then making those stair steps, what action items need to happen in order for that to happen. So they might, as they work through their action items, I feel like they should end up being the subject matter expert on some things here soon. So that's the way I see it. And so I feel like that's another opportunity for you to be able to kind of grow, because we all need to grow. And if not, then still just in their daily life. I mean, it could be a coworker. It could be anything to where they're able to kind of notice, she's not looking too upbeat today. Maybe I need to stop over there and say something. So, anybody else? Oh, Miss Brandy.
Hey, ladies. Hey, everybody. I'm Brandy, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to volunteer, so thank you for even thinking of having me. But I want to just share with y'all that I wasn't a teen mother, but I did have 2 out of my 5 children before I graduated college, TSU. I had my third one as soon as I graduated, like maybe a few months after. So I want to just basically leave y'all with this. There are important things that you're going to have to remember. We already talked about one, which is loving yourself first and foremost. Secondly, we talked about also networking. Find people who you can net. It's just a leaf, baby. It's a leaf. It's a leaf. But yeah, definitely don't be afraid. You're right. But yes, definitely networking is important. So regardless of what you're doing in life or whatever, business or what have you, networking. But specifically, there's a saying, there's a thing called 8 steps to success. And out of those 8 steps, the 8th step is find your rabbit. Basically, find someone who is doing exactly what it is you would like to do, or someone you can emulate characteristics or what have you. That's who you specifically network with, okay? And then the next thing I want to say is maximize your territory. People are your territory, so don't be afraid to go out and network. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I was that friend. Out of my group of friends, I was the first to have children, so I have no network. So I had to figure it out. But thankfully, I was able to be that person to give back, and I was the guru of sorts on motherhood for my friends. So whoever that guru is, be sure to reach out to those people, and never stop, ladies. Never stop. Don't let anyone ever tell you. I'm, again, a mother of 5 children, and I'm working on my 3rd business venture right now. So it's very possible to be highly successful in life. So that's what I want to leave you with.
And I do agree, networking is huge. Huge. I don't care if you're at work, you meet all them people, you be nice, professional, do what you need to do. Outside of work, wherever you're at. I mean, I can't tell you how beneficial that is for me. And I guess make sure that even if, I know she was given the examples of if you know someone that is where you want to be. But even if you don't have somebody that you can say, oh, this is what I want to do, and I know somebody, let me connect with them. You find people, you Google who is doing what you feel like long term. Oh, that's where, man, I could be doing that. I can see myself up on that stage. I can see her on the TV. I can see me on the TV. Whoever that is, you can find out whatever you want. You can find out all about them. So you just do your research, follow them, and try to say, oh, okay, what things did they do? Oh, they went there to school. They did this. They did that. Okay, I might not be able to go to that school, but I can go to this and still get the same credential. So just be thinking long term. How can you grow like that? Anybody else? Oh.
Go ahead, 'cause I gotta walk. Go ahead. Hey guys, how y'all?
Okay.
I'm loud. It's such a blessing to be here amongst you all because I was a single. I'm a single mom with 3 children. But first I want to say this. You all can repeat after me and say, don't put your fear on me.
Put your fear on me.
So a lot of times people want to put their fear on you to cause you to stop what your purpose is, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, single mom, I had my first child when I was 21. I'm straight from Chicago. I came down here, had a scholarship to Langston University. Things didn't work out like how I planned it to be, okay? I came down here to be with my mom. I was taken away from my mom at a young age. So I was always surrounded by a lot of people that I didn't know, or people that was actually introduced to me as a support, you know. And so with that, be thankful for what is happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it real short because I'm a survivor of depression, I'm a survivor of suicide, and I'm a survivor of domestic violence. You know? So I've been through all that, and they seen me go through a lot. My kids experienced a whole lot. And I know it affected them in certain ways, but guess what I do? The same support that I received growing up in Chicago and here, I keep that around me. And they don't talk to me about it. Sometimes they probably can't stand it. But I send people their way, whatever they're not comfortable with talking. I mean, it's real out here. Your kids are not going to tell you. And it took me a long time to understand. So send people around they can mentor your own children to touch on things that you can't touch on. And so through my journey of the rejections of people, they kept telling me what I couldn't do or it's impossible to do. I did a lot of the impossible. I did all the rejections that came my way. I took it and I moved and I pushed. I said, you ain't gonna tell me what I can't do. You know what I'm saying? So now I have a nonprofit organization called Pastor Beauty because I was a hairstylist. It started as a hairstylist. I was given to women that was in domestic violence shelters because I just got out of a domestic violence situation. I said, I'm tired. I need to do something. And it's crazy how you can be hurt and you want to help. You know what I'm saying? So God will use you in ways to heal you from your hurt just by helping somebody. And it was more of an influence to me than anything because it started with just a little mustard seed, if you will, and it grew. The faith grew bigger than me because I didn't know what God was doing.
Right.
And I still don't know. And the support that I have from people, like especially like Donzella, she comes support almost everything that I do. And it's like, that ain't nothing but God. Everybody don't have to believe in you. But first believe in yourself and don't let people put that fear on you. I'm telling you, you can do it. I went to college, I done graduated, I got a degree. I done graduated from about 6 institutions. A lot of people don't know. I'm a barber. I went to cosmetology school, graduated from Daymar twice. You know? So I believe in education. I believe in making it happen when people say that I can't. You know? So please know that. Do not allow people to put that fear on you. Use the resources that you have and what you can get in that way. Okay? I'm still a single parent, I'm pushing. You know, so I just wanna give you all that.
Okay, so I was just supposed to pray, but one thing that you said that touched me and that I wanted to reiterate. And I want to start by reading the scripture, Romans 8:1. Therefore, there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Basically, when you were saying that people were trying to tell you you couldn't do ministry anymore, that's condemning you. God doesn't even do that. We all have made mistakes. I am not a parent. I could have been. I had a miscarriage. God knew best. I found out later. But I was the only one of my group of friends that didn't have children. So I did get to see firsthand what they went through. I was their retreat. Let me take your baby for the weekend. So I've been everybody's mama. I'm everybody's auntie. I feel like I've raised a ton of kids, even though I haven't had my own. But the one thing I did see them do is have to push and rely on each other. You guys, whether you knew each other before you got here or not, you have friends. You have like-minded people now. You realize sitting next to you, you're not the only one. And I just want to encourage all of you. Each one of you, like I said, none of this is by accident. God has a purpose for each and every one of you. Don't let nobody tell you because you're a single parent or because you've made mistakes or because you're pregnant, God still can't use you. Yes, He can. Because there's somebody out in that congregation or like she says at work that may be going through what you're going through and they may not know anybody around them that's going through that. They may feel alone. But you will be that encourager to say, you know what, God could call you to sing and people make you feel like, oh, well, you got a big belly, you can't get up there and sing. But it may be something God wants you to bring forth that breaks a yoke out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't, and this is something I've learned through making my own mistakes in my own journey. I'm my own worst critic. I have to watch that even now, like, man, I'm stupid. I can't believe I did that. Don't do that because God doesn't do that. We are actually sinning when we are so hard on ourselves. We find ourselves hard on us than God is. Yes, He expects and requires some things of us, but He also requires us to love ourselves and let Him do the judging. Learn from your mistakes and make better choices, but your children are mistakes. You're being pregnant are mistakes. God has not changed His mind about any of you. We often say God has the final say. But one day I was praying recently and God says, I have the final say because I said it in the beginning in the first place. So there's nothing in between that's going to happen that God already ordained in the beginning. He already knows it's going to happen. Whatever ministry, whatever gift, whatever purpose He had for you, He gives gifts without repentance. He's not sorry He gave it to you. He's not sorry He gave you your gift or your purpose. So I just wanted to get up to encourage you to keep going. Keep going in ministry. If you put God first, there's definitely no condemnation. He's not looking down on you. The only thing He wants you to realize is not to look down on yourself and just say, like I said before, say, okay, God, yes, Lord, yes to my call. I don't even know what my call is. I may not even know what my purpose is. I'm blindly trusting You. But yes, I promise you it works. Stuff will start coming together, and you will start understanding why these children that you had came into this world. You'll start noticing little gifts in them at an early age. You said yours talk a lot. I can use that. I never shut up. I think I came out talking. But the very thing that I told God I didn't want to do as a talker, I was like, I don't want to speak. You see this mic in my hand? And I'm amazed at God. This is not even me. But when you said that, I was like, oh no. That is, that's not true. And anybody who told you that, they need to go back and take another dip. Because that's not true, that's not fair, because if God's going to judge you for one bad choice, then he's got to condemn us all for all our bad choices. Because a bad choice, a bad decision, no one plans to have children too early, but it happens. It was just a choice thing, but God also chose for those babies to be here. So there's a purpose for them. So you got to find you got to get your breakthrough, because somebody else is counting on that. So you all just be encouraged and keep fighting. Thank you.
Peace. It's working. So I feel like I have to say something because I'm leaving tomorrow morning to Tampa, so I'm not going to be able to spend time with you tomorrow and say goodbye. So thank you for having me. And thank you for hearing the things that we had to share. My encouragement, aside from all the things that we have shared already this weekend, is to make a difference where you are. You don't have to wait until you have reached a certain place to start inspiring somebody else. You have learned a lot of things this weekend that you can now pass along to someone else. You don't have to have a microphone. You don't have to have a platform to make an impact in somebody's life. So just make a difference where you are until God takes you wherever it is that you need to be in your purpose. And remember what I told you about identity. Do not let anyone steal who you are. Do not let anyone and your needs and what you think that you need physically take away who you are spiritually. So always seek who you are daily, and remember to keep God first. Love you all. It has been a blessing to be here. Goodbye for now. I am your big sister. There's nothing you can do about it. Like I said last night, I am the big sister that nobody had, because I was missing that in my life when I needed the most. So, yeah, that's it before I start crying. Yeah. Love ya.
Thank you, Marley. Anybody else? What's going on? I can't believe Danielle's not going to say nothing. I'm just saying, if anybody loves to talk, that one loves to talk. So I was just like, what? Oh, look, she got something already together. Look, that's what.
I got some snot coming up in my camera.
Well, why you getting your poem together? Let me go on there. Hold on. Hello, everyone. I don't have any notes written down, but I want to say that you all are amazing. Like, I've learned so much from all of you guys. As much as I'm trying to talk to y'all, I'm like, what she just say? Let me write that down on my notepad. What is this? I just want to encourage you guys to just keep pushing, no matter what speed bump you come to. Keep pushing, because even when you think no one else can help you, God has your back. He's not gonna let you fall. You might trip, stumble, but you're not gonna be down there for long. So just keep pushing. I am available on social media. I will give y'all my phone number, but if I don't answer the phone, I'm just gonna keep it real. Text me. But I want y'all to stay encouraged. I don't want you to get discouraged. I don't want you to go through depression. I don't want you to feel like I'm in this by myself. You're not. That's what we're here for. Reach out. We've all been where you are, whether it's in college, whether it's with multiple children, whether it's with I don't know what I want to do yet. We've all been there before. We've been there knowing that, okay, I got this little girl to raise. What am I going to give to her? We've all been there. So stay encouraged. Don't judge yourself too hard. Be silly when you can, because, life's too long. I spent 20 years being serious. Like, now I'm just like, whatever. It is what it is. But thank you for having me, Donzale. Thank you guys for listening to me and eating my food and not throwing up. I thank y'all unborn children. Let me thank y'all unborn children for letting you hold it down, because sometimes the babies judge what you can and can't eat. But thank you so much.
Why you got the mic? Just go on.
Ahem. Okay, so y'all know I had my t-shirt on yesterday. I work for the Vanderbilt Nurse Midwives and Primary Care Office for Women. So on behalf of all of those ladies, I have gifts for you guys. Just something I kind of threw together, and I was like, so I got this thing. They were like, well, what do you need? So I hooked y'all up, okay? Hold that. Wait, where did you get one from?
These were on the left side of the wall. No? Right side?
Nothing was on the left, but okay. Let's start with this one. This is for you. Thank you. You're welcome. And then, I don't want to pick in it, but since you got me all mixed up here. It was in order, but you know. This is for you.
And you see they Titans bags too.
Oh yeah, they are Tennessee Titans bags. I forgot about them. You know, I'm wavy with the Titans. If y'all Titans fans, I'm sorry. I'm just wavy with the Titans. Okay, and this is for you. We don't know what this one is, but just in case, you know, it's useless. Go both ways.
All right, Miss Diane.
Let me get my camera.
Hey, can you turn me up? Turn me up. Can I get a mic check? 1, 2, 1, 2. You know. Hey. All right. Y'all know. I just want to say thank you to my sister Donzale. Always. You know, God, like India said, you know, this is divine purpose. It's not by mistake that you're here. For everybody, for that matter. It just really wasn't just for you guys, actually. It really wasn't. So God is doing some amazing things. And as I was, reflecting back and just being here, with you young ladies, I mean, y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. And don't you ever forget that, okay? God is doing some amazing things in your life. And one of the poems that I had wrote, this was back in 2016 as I was going through, I used to manage group homes for boys and girls in state's custody. And I have a 8-year-old daughter as well, for those of you who don't know. But the thing about it is, sometimes it gets hard. You know what I'm saying? It gets tough. And sometimes you feel like you want to quit. Let's just be honest. You feel like you want to give up, right? But the poem that is entitled is called "The Fight in Me Won't Die," because it's not going to die, okay? So let me just kind of go into it. I want to quit, give up, throw in the towel. Leave it all behind me. Nevertheless, I'm faced with test after test, testing my faith. The fight in me won't die. I try to let it rest, but that spark keeps burning inside me, tugging down at my chest. I feel the heat. I'm in a storm. The weather isn't getting any better. It's beating me up every time I turn the corner as I ponder which direction to go. Many restless nights, feeling convicted deep down in my soul. Wrestling with my flesh, trying to take control. My spirit is sensing an unease. Sorry, guys. That happened last time. Darn, I'm sorry. I think that happened last time I tried to read this poem. Let me start over. Hold on. Oh, Lord, I know. Hold on. Okay, I want to quit, give up, throw in the towel, leave it all behind me. Nevertheless, I'm faced with test after test, testing my faith. The fight in me won't die. I try to let it rest, but there's a spark burning deep down in my chest that keeps tugging at my chest. I feel the heat. I'm in a storm. The weather isn't getting any better. It's beating me up every time I turn the corner as I ponder on which direction do I go. Many restless nights, feeling convicted deep down in my soul, wrestling with my flesh, trying to take control. And the spirit
in my spirit, I'm sensing an unease, conflicting role that I can't uphold, and it's about to unfold. Taking 2 steps back as I reevaluate my fears and stay on my toes. This is not about me, are the words that I keep repeating as I keep walking forward, seeking what God wants me to see. No turning back. The past is the past that I left back there yesterday. No need to dwell on those things that are now cast down and set apart. I'm pressing towards the mark at the light at the end of the tunnel. Recharge and refocus. There's that inner voice again telling me this is not about me. I'm walking forward, seeking God's purpose. I see visions of a prosperous future. If I can step outside of self and meditate on God's wealth, allow his peace to overtake my mind and know that he is always on time, I rejoice knowing that my dreams will become my reality one day, paving a way for others to see just how Jesus is able to use me as an empty vessel. I made myself available so that he can strengthen my weak muscles. He replenishes my soul, and my spirit is made whole. Digging deep within me, yes, I want to quit, throw in the towel, leave it all behind me. But the greater force that lives inside me keeps lifting me up, up, up and away. I think I'll stay right under his protection, washing my hands from any thoughts of defeat, failure, fears, or transgression. Shrink my ego, O Lord, as I remind myself, this is not about me. Please position my feet so that I'm on stable grounds, for it is my faith that will lead me down the path of everlasting. Everlasting is his word that he says he will never leave me nor forsake me. So I will walk and keep walking forward, pressing to that mark towards the light at the end of the tunnel. No turning back. The past is the past that I left back there yesterday. On this new journey I'm embracing, as I keep pacing my feet, regaining moment, as I keep pacing my feet to regain momentum, I hold on tight to my faith, praising God every step of the way. I am thankful, I am grateful, I am hopeful, I am all that he says I am, made perfectly in his image. Recharged and refocused. There's that inner voice again telling me this is not about me. I keep walking forward, seeking God's purpose. The fight in me won't die. I try to let it rest, but there's a spark burning deep down in my chest, that's tugging at my chest. Revived and uplifted, knowing that all things are possible through Jesus Christ our Lord. Open windows and doors, let the fresh air circulate, cleansing my thoughts, drifting into a peaceful state of relief. Lord, I declare, have your way with me. Tears of emotion, exhaustion try to interfere mentally, but I rebuke the devil as I embrace my prayer warrior soft serenity. Here I am with the test after test, testing my faith. As I lay here in my bed, breathing in and out, having silent conversations with Jesus, I have no other choice but to surrender. I am reminded of Psalms 23, so sweet and tender. The Lord is my shepherd, and all of the above, yea, that I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for God walks with me. This I remember. Shifting my focus, I still notice that voice in my inner ear saying, this is not about me. I give myself up unselfishly and lean not into my own understanding. I rejoice knowing that Jesus heard my cry and wiped my tears. He tamed my tongue and spoke peace to my fears. He is fighting my battles so I can rest and not die.
All right, y'all. Y'all keep going. I'm going to give you my number, email, Facebook, all of that. Y'all call me anytime y'all need to talk. Love you guys.
Anybody else? Just making sure. Anybody else? Okay. Well. Oh. Come on here, y'all. Come on, baby. Come on here. Come on, girl.
I'm so dramatic. Hey, I just wanted to say thank y'all because y'all are like really good friends and everybody else here, thank y'all for coming to help us support these ladies. And I just wanted to say thank you, Danielle, for inviting Mom. And thank you, Mom, for bringing me. Because I had... Rosalie. Oh, thank you for being here too. It's okay. But yeah, I just wanted to say, the main thing I wanted to say was that I had fun this weekend. And yeah.
Thank you. So, Ayana is Leah's daughter, okay? So, yeah, I think she's made some new friends this weekend. It's been good. All right, anybody else? Y'all got anything else? All right, hold on.
Hey y'all. Well, first and foremost, thank y'all for just allowing me to be here and be able to. I feel like I learned a lot from you all, and just the retreat itself, I learned a lot for myself too. So thank you, Donzale, for putting it on, and I'm here if y'all ever need anything. And just remember that at the end of the day, each one of you is beautiful. You all have different gifts and talents that the Lord has instilled in you. So whatever society tells you, whatever, there's so much that goes on that I feel like, people are constantly telling you like, oh, you need to do this, you need to look like this. And it, stuff gets lost in the sauce. But, know that your purpose is your purpose for a reason and somebody needs that. So I'm always here. I'll give y'all all my contact information. So, yeah.
Do not call her because she's not going to.
Listen, don't do that. Don't try to. Don't do that. I do call.
I'm telling you, trust me, I know.
She called me at 12 o'clock at night and I don't answer. I'm not going to answer at 12 o'clock.
She said you call late at night, and that's why.
I did it one day.
Okay, anyways.
Just on suicidal mode.
And I talked to you.
Okay, so again, everybody that has come, thank you. And it's so funny, again, you see glimpses of things through other people, and for instance, like how Centauria was talking about me coming, to some of her events. That's because all those things that she named, depression, suicide, all of them, hey, so am I gonna go? If I can go, I'm gonna go. Now, does everybody know all of that? No, they don't have to know. And I guess it's one of those things where you might not, you can't do everything. We already talked about that as far as your focus, in order for you to be able to get to where you want to be. But the things that you can do, you do. So there's so many different causes, so many different this. I mean, it's just too much to try to do it all. But if you try to be, again, strategic in what's your mission, and if it's in line, taking that time out to say, okay, yeah, I value my time, but because it's this, it's going towards my mission too. So I'm going to make sure that those things happen. So make sure that you always keep that in mind. That if you were the one having something, you want people to support you. So if you're able to go. Might not be all the time, but if you're able to, do. So I'm thankful for you all as friends, just being willing, because I know I'm always doing something. So I know they like, she having something. Like, I can understand that, because it's like, okay, I need to go to this too. Now she having this 2 months. So I get it, because it can be a strain just to do things all the time. So I don't expect people to come all the time. So, and I guess I want to make sure that you all, when you get started on your journey and as you're going through, no, everybody ain't always going to be there. And it's okay. Some of them people that you feel like, oh, that's my ex-bunker, they ain't always going to be there. They always not going to answer the phone. They ain't going to have you need $20, they ain't going to have it. it's gonna happen. So just mentally preparing yourself. We talked about mental toughness, just being prepared that no matter what happens, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, and just having that mindset. She also talked about renewal. Huge renewal. I mean, because there's so much that goes on, so much day to day that from work, stuff can be stressful. Again, body image. I mean, it's just a million things that can be going on that tug at you slowly, and you don't even realize it. And then you tired, you sitting up there like what you just said. Okay, yeah, about to break. And it's like you just need to be able to kind of take that step back. Always go to that spot to where you're able to kind of just say, okay, let me let it all go. Let me just listen. Sometimes you got to sit down, or sometimes he'll sit you down. Sometimes he'll sit you down. I done been sat down a couple times. Done sat myself all the way down. I said, okay, have a seat. Have a seat. So and sometimes you need that. So if something happens, just try to keep in the back of your head, it's for a reason. Look for the reason. Try to figure out, okay, what is the reason? What am I supposed to walk away from this with? So I can tell you, and it doesn't matter what it is. It don't even matter if it didn't happen to you. I can tell you, I've had 3 close friends almost die literally within these last 2 years. Like literally, they all 3 of them were like at the cusp, like borderline see the light. Like literally, they were there. And so to me, what do I need to be learning from that? Because I'm sitting in the emergency room looking at them. Here's my friends, like best friends, sister. Like, I mean, these are my people. What am I supposed to be learning? Why am I the one that's here? Why am I the one seeing all 3 of these people literally in ICU? Like, why? So always, it doesn't matter if it's happening to you or not, try to be figuring out what are you supposed to be learning from it. What else can you be doing in order to make yourself better or figure out how you can help somebody else? So, appreciate you all. Feel free to snack, relax, have fun. And earlier I did a rendition of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I like to do that song occasionally. I would like to know if anybody would like to join in with me to do Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, please. Do y'all know what Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is? Have y'all seen that? Is that too old? No, it's Will Smith. Y'all know? Do you know it? You know the song? Do y'all know the song? Do you know the song? Okay. I wish I had the music.
You want me to do it? But I gotta pull up the lyrics.
You don't need, I got you. I feel like this is so low. All right. All right, y'all ready? All right.
Why you gotta record it again?
I need some backup though. Don't leave me out here by myself. Okay. West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground was where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing out, cooling out, shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys that were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight. My mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and Uncle Bel-Air." I whistled for the cab, and when it came near, the license plate said freshen as dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, man, forget it. You're home to Bel-Air. Dun, 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 dun. I pulled up to a house about 7 or 8. I yelled to the cab, "Yo, see you later." Looked at my kingdom. I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel-Air. West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground was where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing out, cooling out, shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys that were up to no good
Gotta make it.
Just anywhere, just around, it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh,
I'm sticking you. I'm sticking. Yeah, we ain't gonna make it because we don't be. Just stay still. Yeah, right now.
Yeah, right now.
Nope, not yet. Got King Kong coming through now.
I want to block no back.
Central, you go here.
Come on, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got space. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I'm going to step on yourself. No, y'all need to scoot up here so y'all can. Sure. I see what y'all trying to do.
Yeah, so I need to get my phone because your flash is on there.
Okay, so let's use. You can turn out the lights on.
Oh. That's a good phone.
Do one of my phones too, please. Turn the lights down to see the light. Well, you gotta get in the picture. Ease the battery up. Thank you.
All right, ladies. Let me hear you say happiness.
Happiness.
Awesome.
Awesome. We gotta get some serious. All the way back there. I'm gonna need y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Y'all ready? I was. Ayana, you gotta get in it too. Yes, Ayana.
She trying to get on out of
Oh, wait. How's it?
Ayana, you gotta squeeze in.
Got y'all.
Ready?
All these selfies flying
I can't
around
believe
here.
there's not a selfie stick here. Like, why? What happened to the selfie stick?
I'm
I
glad.
think they do one.
I don't think selfie sticks means you're selfish.
Richie, are you gonna get in the picture?
Sorry.
I say cheese that.
All right, one.
I don't see myself.
Thank you so much.
Victoria.
Eat on your way, cuz
Victoria, take everything off. Packing it up. Get you some popcorn. Take my baby some popcorn. Popcorn. Take my baby fancy popcorn. What's in it? Oh, I eat some popcorn. I work at both.
Oh, try that
Yeah.
Cajun ranch.
Yeah.
Cajun ranch popcorn.
I don't know about that though.